Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. There was some interruption due to the power. There was some issue with the power, guys, and really sorry for that. But what we were talking about, yeah, we were talking about the volatility injections inside the marketplace, which occurs on the time when we have that medium or high impact news drivers. Okay, so that is important for us. So let's see if we can take support from this inefficiencies right there. Let's see, I'm not interested in pushing any buttons now. Let's see, but let me check the 15-minute ones, how it reacted. Down, we are trading below the Sunday's opening price. That is important and we have to keep that in mind. That's the Sunday opening price right there. And right from this wick, we are trying to stay above the 50% of that wick. That consequent encroachment of that wick, which is the 0.5%. Wicks are trying to stay above that, and yes, it is trying to support the prices, and they will gonna pull it higher, taking out these people, those who are in short now. Let's see if they can do that. And I'm not keeping any rigid bias as of now because I will be looking to trade after the 9:30. Okay, so still my main terminal, trading terminal, is closed. I have not logged in yet into my account. I'm just looking the prices now. Okay, we have this 4-hour candle which will gonna close within next half an hour and so. At 9 we will see that this candle will get closed and new 4-hour candle will start at 9. So let's see. Again we came down inside this inefficiency, which is sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. This, if it really wants to move higher, then price should not break the midpoint of this gap. Let me just zoom in a bit here. See right there, the bodies of the candle should stay above. But currently what's happening, price is trying to move lower, came up inside this right there, at the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, then retracing on the downside. But let's see how the bodies of the candle reacts inside this gap right here. And also let me mark the opening range for the New York opening is from 7 to 7:30. That's the high right there, 13.9, and we have this 7:30 right there. Now Let me mark the extensions out for the 2 and 2.5 are down there, and let's see what we have right here. It's 1 or 1.5. 1. So we moved around 1 standard deviation away from this opening range. If this gap does not hold the prices, okay, if that is the case, so if you are from the computer science or CS background, then you know about the if then syntax. Okay, I'm not from that background, but still I have some basic knowledge about it. So I'm not going to go deeper into it, but I just want to tell you that markets are in fact algorithmic. Okay, everything is predetermined. That is the case. So if you are a computer science student, right, then you should know about the if and then syntax. Okay, so you have to think in that perspective or from that mindset. If this, then that. If price does not do this, then we don't do anything. We just simply wait. But still look at that. Bodies of the candle respecting the high of this gap. And from 830 it can start to move higher or lower, because I'm not holding any hard biases as of now, because I'm not looking to push the button now. I'm just looking and observing the price right now, how it is behaving and what it is doing. Currently still bodies of the candle staying above it, but this is the weekly buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Price broke the low of it, move up again, trying to dilly dally around that low of that weekly buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So if it wants to move higher, it should move higher and reclaim this. Yeah, then eventually it will try to move higher. Let's see. So I'm not holding any hard biases. Still that logic is playing out. As told, if it wants to move higher, then it should reclaim this weekly buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency low. Should move higher and break. Then if it wants, it can come down, touch the low, take support and move higher. That's what I'm expecting now. But that bodies of the candle, I told you this, if bodies of the candle stays above the midpoint of this gap, then that is good. Okay, it came down, touched the low of it. See how this 1 minute. And yes guys, please look at these are just 1 minute candles. Okay, and this is what is known as anticipatory or predicting. Okay, this is what is predicting the price. We are predicting where it's going likely to move. What's the high probable move? If we see these type of signatures in the price action, where this gap, which was the sell side imbalance buy side inefficiency, got breached on the upside completely, then come down, it take it as support and currently is trying to move higher away from that. So that is something we should look for. Let's see if we can break this swing high. Today we have a medium impact news at 8:30. We moved around 20 points from that. Let's see now. We have these people, those who are in short, they have their stop losses above these highs, and these are kind of pretty smooth highs. Okay. But if now it turns down, okay, now if it tries to move lower, that will be a good thing for us because we can then anticipate that move around the 930, and then that's the 930 equities open, so in that we can get something. But let's see, currently as told, no holding any strict biases, but as told, if it comes down, that was a tradable bounce, that was a small little scalp right there, but I did not, because these things can happen. We have a high impact news at 8:30 right there, pumped lower, touched the low of this inversion fair value gap. If now it completely broke it on the downside, then this is going to act as the reclaimed sell side imbalance buy side inefficiency. Okay, so we broke the midpoint of that. Okay, here we did not, but now we broke that. So now look for these area right here, just -2 standard deviation, and these are just the first presentations from the previous weeks, so I like to keep them on the chart. Check the 15-minute ones. Okay, so now we have this low right here, and this is the -2 standard deviation, -2, which means 2 standard deviation away, that range, that opening range, New York opening between 7 to 7:30. I've just marked the highest high and lowest low inside that 30 minutes of interval, and I have just used the standard deviations -1 and -2 and -2.5. But this low, we can definitely come down and take them out. This is inside these first presentations. But that will be a good thing for us because we are currently, let me also mark the midnight opening for you guys so you can clearly see where we are in terms of the price. That's the midnight. Okay, that's the New York midnight opening price, so mark that out. Yeah, that's the midnight opening price right there. So we are trading below the midnight, below the Sunday's opening for this week. And these lines right here are the picks from the daily and weekly. I'm looking at those as well. This is the previous week Sunday's opening price right there. So let's go back down and see how price is reacting. Let's see now how this, let me just remove this because Now we have this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, CB. Let's see if it wants to move lower, then bodies of the candle should stay below the midpoint of this gap. And let's see this. We also made that lower by here. So this is the pre-market session. Currently we are in between 7 a.m. New York local time and 9:30. That's the pre-market session. Okay, so look at that, bodies of the candle staying below the midpoint of this gap. If I have to draw that gap out, if I can predict all this move, that does not mean I will gonna trade and push button every time I see something in the charts. I want to see high probability and low risk trades. So that was the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency right there, and bodies of the candle stayed below the midpoint of that gap, came up, touched the midpoint of it, and moving lower. The more it moves lower, that is good for us if we can see some kind of move on the upside at 9:30, taking out these people, those who are currently profiting from the shorts. They have their stop losses right above this high, and these are pretty smooth highs. Okay, these are pretty smooth highs. If it's move lower, that is good for us because then we're gonna get good price, like we will gonna get some good prices to buy in the discount. Okay, we don't chase price like retailers, but it's very easy to fall into that trap of retail mindset. I'm telling you this, it's very easy. That's why currently I'm not pushing any buttons. My terminal is switched off. I'm just using this single laptop right now to stream, to just observe and see what price is doing, and like you can share something if you find that you find it useful, then that's good. If not, then just swipe away and watch something else. There are plenty of things to watch. If you don't find this useful, then you can just go and do whatever the f you want to do. I'm not here to entertain you. Let me tell you that very clearly. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here for social media clout and all that bullshit. I'm far ahead from all that. I'm creating these content pieces so that I really want to, first of all, I really want to teach my younger brother that he can also do this. Now let's see. Okay, so now we have something interesting to watch for. This low was taken out by this low right here on the ES, which is the S&P. Now let's see. You will see this that this low did not take out this low out yet. See, this candle right here is acting as the bullish order block, and also this inefficiency. I told you, once the midpoint of that gap got breached on this candle right here at 8:30, when the midpoint of that candle got breached, I told you guys that now this gap will also act as the inversion fair value, sorry, reclaimed sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And if I want to go into more details of this, then I will take this low and take this high, which means this FVG, which is in the form of sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. and I am going to grade that and extend the lines, right? Then you will see this, that let me just thinner so you guys can see this. Look at that. It came down when it broke the midpoint of this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency initially, which I was looking to act as the inversion. It did right here. It moved around 20 handles or so. It was a scalp, but I was not interested in pushing buttons now because my model does not suggest you to do it right now. That's why. But look at this, how this inefficiency and how price is reacting from the levels inside this inefficiency which I have graded. This is the high, this is the upper quadrant, this is the midpoint, this is the lower quadrant, this is the low of this wick, sorry, of this FVG, which got reclaimed, right there. Okay, it came down, touched the high of that, and then tried to move lower in the stepping stone way. Look at that, bodies of the candle staying below the lower quadrant of that cells reclaimed sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Okay, and these are the algorithmic signatures in price action. Okay, these are the algorithmic signatures in price action which causes it to move from exact these levels right there. I've just marked it out for you. So now we have taken out this low right here. Now let's see, we have the low from the 15-minute around this area, then we have this our -2 standard deviation. So I'm looking for this, I told you, and yes, within the next 20 minutes we have the closing of this 4-hour candle. So it's pretty much interesting to watch. And yes, I have to talk about something really important. Okay, so if you are someone very new to my channel, I know I don't have a lot of subscribers or not, but I know if you are serious about trading, then you will definitely gonna watch my videos, that's for sure. But or if you are familiar with ICT concepts, then I think you should watch the mindset part of things which I have talked in a very easy way, in a very simple language. Okay, not very tough, in a pretty simple language, because I've created that 3 videos which is my own YouTube channel. When you will go to my YouTube channel, then you will find the courses area. There is a section of courses inside that, and there you will find something called as algorithmic thinking for traders. Okay, it's 402025 tutelage. So I've created just small 3 videos episodes, very basic. It's from very basic I've started. If you are very new to this industry and if you want to learn the right way, because whatever you are doing till now was not profitable for you, that's why you are still searching for something that might help you. So if it helps you, then that's good. But now I have something really important to talk about. This was not important at all. The important thing is that if you are coming into this industry of trading and if you want to really learn trading, if you want to become profitable, so first of all you have to become a good analyst. That is the most important thing, first and foremost, because if you are not a good analyst, then you can't become a good trader. That's for sure. Look at that, prices are moving lower. Let's check the 15-minute. We have this low right here, which is around 24,933, and then 30, around 30 points more. We have this standard like -2 right here. Let's see if we can get here. That will be really discounted price, discounted area, and we can expect some kind of move higher to shake out the sellers. Okay, so watch that out. Yes, so to become a good analyst first, you have to be emotionless in this industry. And how you will learn trading by using the real money from the beginning, because there are many people those who say that paper trading is bullshit, but they have no idea what they are talking about. Because if you have a logical mind and if you can think, if you are an independent thinker and if you can think, really use your brain cells, then listen to me what I'm saying. Just listen to me. If you are my hater also, if you are my doubters, I know my haters and doubters watch me, and I love that. I don't have anything bad about them. I don't feel like that. But I know they watch me, and I just want to tell them that if you are here watching me to talk down to me, so I'm past that. You can't do that to me now. Okay? I have no insecurities. I know I am imperfectly imperfect. I know myself and I know my model, and I don't give a fuck about anybody. Okay? But if you are here and if you are still struggling, I know you are struggling, but you show that you don't struggle. You are just the King Kong, but really deep down inside, you know that you are still struggling to become a consistent, profitable trader. Then listen to me. Listen to me now. And please just don't blindly follow me. Okay, just don't blindly follow me. Just listen to me what I'm saying and think upon it. Okay, ponder upon it. And then tell me if that is what I'm saying is logical or not. Okay, why I'm saying this? Because I did not know this when I started. So I lost a lot of real money, which can be completely avoidable. You don't have to lose really a lot of money to learn trading. But people don't talk about these things. They just want to know where to buy and where to sell. That's it. Okay, so now what's the low is 934. Okay, came very close to it, just right there. Tap the high, sorry, tap the midpoint of this was presented fair value gap. Let's see if we can break this low right there and try to move around this area. Let's check the 1 hour time frame. We have this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Price is currently trading inside that. Okay, but now we have something really interesting to watch for. Really interesting to watch for. Now this should not support the prices. It should break all these down. Okay. Should not take support from this gap. What I'm looking at. Break that low on the 15-minute, which is around 933, and we have just 10 points away. We created the low right here, 10 points away from that. No, not 10 points. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Okay. They are taking the support from this inefficiency right there. Let me check the 3 minutes. Okay, we still have this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency on the 3 minutes. And just pump it there and then try to move lower. That can be possible. Let's see. Let me also mark the 1.5 right there. The bodies of the candle staying right at that. Let's see if this gap completely get broke on the upside, then we might see some higher prices and taking out these, this and this, 25, 21, and 25, 16, around these areas. But this CB right here on 3 minute to watch for, and let me also check the 5 minute. 5 minute we have full bullish candle, but we have this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency on 3 minute. I've just marked it, and let's see how bodies of the candle react inside it. We will move lower before the 9:30. That will be really important for us. Yes, now let's get back to the topic which I was talking about, which is, if you think about, you can only learn trading by using and losing your real money, real hard earned money in the markets, then you are completely wrong. I was completely wrong about this idea in the beginning, but now I have a lot of clarity about it, because I'm doing this for the last 8 years. I'm into this industry when it was not so popular on social media. There was like, I'm into this before 2020. Okay, I'm not into this after that. I'm not that Corona public. Okay, I'm not that Corona breed of the market. I'm not that. I'm way before into this, and I have the curiosity of this since I was a teenager, I would say. But my point is, you don't need to lose real money to learn trading. Yes, that is possible. Yes, that is completely possible. Look at that. The bodies of the candle stayed below that 3 minute inefficiency, and we have taken out that 15-minute low right there. And now let's see if we can reach our area, which is around -2. And why this big candle formed right here? Not here, not here, not here, not here. Why here? Why? It formed there because we have this macro which starts from 850 to 910. We have this macro right here. And what is the purpose of a macro? Macro is a short list of orders on which algorithm do a specific thing. Like, it completely is controlled, guys. I don't know why it's so difficult for you to believe it. I mean, these apps, these platforms which we are using, they are also using these algorithms to predict things and do all kinds of things. And literally, this whole world now runs on algorithms. I have problem with people, those who are book smart. They think that they know everything, and they are just bullshit. They have, like, book smart people don't do well in this industry. They don't. Now look for this inefficiency right here. Now look for this inefficiency right here. How it, like, how price reacts inside it. If it's gonna completely break it on the upside, or if the bodies of the candle stay below the midpoint of that gap, then we can see more lower prices. If not, we can see some kind of move. If this gap gets completely breaked on the upside with the good bullish candles, and this high get break, then we can see some kind of higher move. Okay, let's see if we can completely break this gap right there, because we have taken that sell side on the 15-minute. Remember that, guys. We have taken out sell side liquidity, and now this gap right here should act as the inversion fair value gap. If it completely breaks on the upside, but it did not. Now this candle which is forming right now is pretty much important. How it behaves. How it behaves is pretty much important. The first or the second candle should definitely break this if it wants to move higher. Okay, till now I was looking for lower prices, but now I'm a little bit concerned, because what I see here is some kind of potential retracement that can be done, that can That is possible, looks like it, because we have came down around negative 1.5. Still we are away from that negative 2 deviation, but we have taken out sell side. Now this gap, this candle will still have 3 seconds, but it is closing as I was expecting it to do. Now this gap right here, which I'm marking out, it should act as the inversion fair value gap, and bodies of the candle should not come down below that. Okay, this gap right here should act as the inversion fair value gap. This high should get breached, price should come up, take support inside, break this inefficiency, come inside again, take support, and then move higher. Okay, but let's see this inefficiency, how it reacts. So yes, you can learn trading without using live funds. You can learn it. And I'm telling you, you can never learn trading by using your live funds, which you think you are doing some really smart work, you are just shitting in your pants. And that's the truth. So if you want to become a good profitable trader, consistent profitable trader, then you have to first become a good analyst. And to become a good analyst, you have to remove the emotions which money brings. Money brings emotion into trading. You have to remove emotions. So you have to remove money first. Don't think about money. I know we are doing this business to make money. That's the truth. But that's the contradictory part of this industry. This is the contradiction. Everything is opposite to what you think. That's the facts. Everything is opposite to what you think. Believe me or not. I know you have lost a lot of money. I have lost a lot of money. I did not have someone tell me this, that you can learn trading without losing your hard earned money. Yes, it will take time. Yes, you have to work your ass off. But you don't have to lose money. Why you want to lose real money when you don't know nothing? Look at that. That inefficiency got braked on the upside. And why this is happening right inside this 850 to 910, that's the macro. I told you here we can expect some kind of retracement when this gap got braked on the upside completely by this candle. Let's see if we can completely break this inefficiency on the upside with this single candle pass right there. Then it can come down, touch the high of it, and then just blast off. Take out these people out. These are the potential attack I'm looking for. These are the nearest people to attack. Algorithm is going to seek their profits. It's seek and yield. Algorithm is doing just that. Look at that. It did not even came inside this. That's a very good thing for us. It's not bad. It's not that something got changed, algorithm got changed. Nothing got changed. It is moving as it should. You can't force your will on the marketplace. Market will gonna do whatever the F it wants to do. It can do. You don't control this. You don't control the prices. Price is controlled by the price engine. And markets are algorithmic in nature. If you can't learn this, if you don't have the persistent and patience to learn really without thinking about money, if you are always going to think about money, you will never going to make money. That's it. Period. No more bullshit about money. I know everybody wants to make money. But if you will only think about money, you will be always be in that emotion of fear and greed. Why don't you understand this simple thing? When you think about money, when you come into market to make money, you want to make profits. You fear losses. Actually, you know what? You don't fear losses. You get hopeful when you are in loss. and you get fearful when you are in profits. That's the bloody problem, because you are getting emotional. You are not still detached and seen these signatures in price action. You are not a good analyst now. Why you want to just run through it and make it fast? It will not happen fast. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not like your social media influencer, those who will gonna just sell their courses, man. They're just bullshitting you. They are just bullshitting you. And I'm telling you, and let me tell you one more thing. If you are here watching anybody's live stream, I'm telling you this, that will reduce my audience. I don't have any audience yet, but I'm telling you this. I don't care about that things, because the reality of this industry is fucking hard. It was really hard, guys. The psychological barriers which you will create, the things you don't know about yet. So please don't lose your hard-earned money. But that price broke that first presentation from the previous week, came down, touched the midpoint of that, and spooling higher. Told you here we can expect some kind of retracement on the upside, and it is happening. It is happening in front of you. How many proofs you want now? What do you want? We have this new 4-hour candle start right there at night. So I don't mean to shout like this, but today my younger brother was asking me that if he can invest in mutual funds and shit like that. I just want to ask you something, that why do you want to give your money to someone else, some unknown fund manager you don't know anything about, to manage your money? I'm not from that mindset. I don't want to do that. I am capable enough to manage my money by myself. And you should also think like that. Okay, price currently came inside this sell side imbalance by side inefficiency. Okay, and raised from that. So we have this new candle, new 4-hour candle. Now it can completely butcher all this. Can do that. But what my point is, this was a tradable bounce. This was a good scalp. But you will say, oh, it's moving lower once again. Yes, it is moving lower. So what? I was wrong about the idea, but you can scalp it out and make money out of this move. You don't have to. I'm just fed up of saying this again and again. You have to drop your retail mindset. That's it. And to drop that retail mindset, which you have gathered all these years through these books and courses and webinars and seminars and whatnot, it took me long time to learn all that bullshit, and then it took me longer time to unlearn all that bullshit. It was not easy, guys. You think it's easy? It is fucking difficult. Okay, as expected, it broke that sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency on the third 3-minute time frame. We have this inefficiency from the 3-minute. It broke that, came down, touched the high of it. This gap is now also acting as the inversion fair value gap. Okay, it's not inverted something like that, it's inversion. It's inverting its role. Okay, but my point now is, I'm not interested in pushing any buttons now. Let me tell you that. I'm very clear about it. But you don't have to think that you have to have money to learn trading. You can learn this for free, because now in this time when you are in currently, you have already lost a lot of money doing dumb shit, doing things which are impulsive in nature, and you think that money will solve that. You want to have more money, more capital. You're looking to acquire more capital from these funded accounts. But all that capital will also gonna blow out like past, because still the main thing is you in this. You are the operator. I have break this mindset of algorithmic thinking. Okay, I'm not talking about technicals, I'm not talking about bullshit, I'm not here to sell you course, I'm not here to tell you buy here and sell here. No, I'm not doing all these things. I'm just doing this to make my younger brothers motivate them enough to see that yes, there is something in this and you can learn that. But it will not be gonna easy. I'm telling you that it will not be easy. It will be the most difficult thing you will ever do in your life. That's for sure. I don't know whatever you have studied, what courses, PhD, and what difficult jobs you are doing. I know, but this is completely altogether a different thing. And that is the reason why book smart people don't belong to this. They can't succeed in this because they can never think outside the box. That's the facts. They can't think outside the box. They can't think that all this is algorithmic. That's bad for them. I don't care about them now. So it's for you, the individual who is watching this. If ever you watch this, then I'm here to tell you that you don't need money to learn trading. And yes, you can make money trading without having money. You can do that. You can do a lot of things once you have the skill to read the price. So first of all, focus on becoming a good analyst. Learn to read the charts, learn to read the price, where it's going to move. That is the important thing. Making money is the easy thing. And still you will say that what I'm saying is bullshit. So you can go and fuck yourself. Simple as that. How was that? How was that? Tell me. Was that a shock? How he abused? He was trying to control himself. I'm not here for that fake professionalism, which let's don't get into all that. Don't get into all that shit now. I have to be clear minded about my trading. So let's not get into it. But the most important thing is yes, you can learn, but first you have to don't think about money. If you can do that, then only you can learn trading. That's it. If not, I don't know what method, like what methodology you use, whatever the goat thing you have, that supreme, that magic bullet you are using, that will eventually gonna fail. I'm telling you, and I'm dead serious about it. You will gonna fail if you don't stop thinking about money. If you want to make money in markets, come closer. Come closer. Let me tell you a secret. You bitch. You are here to learn. So learn. Okay. I know you are my hater or doubter or whatnot, but I want you also to learn this. Seekho. Let me tell you the biggest secret, the biggest cheat code of this industry. Okay. The biggest cheat code is not any strategy. It's nothing of that sort which is technical. It is understanding yourself, who the fuck you are. Who the fuck you are, what are your insecurities, what are your fears. You have to sit with them on the table. That's the first thing. You are escaping away from that. I was doing that for a long time. I was not able to face that insecurity and those fears. So I started doing dumb shit, very dumb shit. I became an alcoholic. I became an alcoholic. I was a full blown alcoholic at a time. And I have no shame to admit it, because I was not able to accept the things which was happening to me, and I was in the wrong mindset and I was in the toxic space. So what? You have to be persistent enough, and there will come a time where you have to make it very clear this will either gonna make you or break you. But you want to know where it is going next, so I can again push button and make money. I want to trade Bitcoin because it's trending and I want to make money in cryptocurrencies. Do you know about CBDCs? Central bank digital currencies. Do you know about that? Do you know what impact they will gonna create with that? Bitcoin is, I never traded it. I don't trust it. It's going to go to zero. That is my opinion of it. I'm not invested in it. So I'm talking from a very objective view. I'm not involved in it. I'm thinking in very different perspective. But it is what it is. This gap got breached on the upside. Again, it's, let's see, just that out. Price came inside this inversion fair value gap, and we have this closing at 910. So that was it. That was something I wanted to talk to you about, that you can learn trading without. If you don't have anything, then also you can still learn this. This is a craft, this is art. Okay, you have to be some sort of an artist. Don't think that this as a very complex and mathematical stuff. It is not. It is very simple, but people on the internet is trying to make it more and more complicated so that they can brainwash you into buying their marketing funnels, okay, into buying their courses and all those algos they are selling nowadays. They are dumb as, I don't want to abuse, but you know what I'm trying to say. They are just doing dumb shit. They are just crunching the numbers from the past, what already happened. They are not thinking about the future, what's going to happen. They are always concerned with what happened, so what. All that is bullshit. Still, bodies of the candle staying above the midpoint of this gap. So if we just mark this out right there, so it came inside the 79% retracement. So I'm just going, sorry, let's see how it reacts inside here now. Okay, so I'm going to take just a small quick break. I will be back within a minute or so. Till then, you can just watch this, how it reacts inside this inversion fair value gap. Okay, that inversion FVG got breaked on the downside. Let's see if we can take the 850 low now. Let's see if that's possible. You can take this low and move towards the negative standard deviation too. So now you will say it has gone past that, but it moved. You can scalp that. Okay, you can do that. And how you can do that, let me tell you. You take this high down to this low. What's the 50%? Is right here. We were below the 50%, which was the discount of this range right there. We are in the discount. So from discount, we try to move higher into the premium. Okay. And this was a good tradable move, guys. But it is what it is. It is currently moving lower, and that is good for us. That is not bad. If market wants to move lower, first they will move up. If it wants to move higher, first they want to move it lower. That is something I'm looking for. But what I'm looking for around the 9:30, these people, those who are in short now from the London session or so, a push higher to take out the individuals, those who have trailed their stop losses, and these highs right here are pretty smooth. So it will be pretty interesting to watch. Around 9:30, we still have 15 minutes left. So let's see what we got. I'm just going through my plan, procedures and protocols, because it's very easy to get slip into that retail category. It's not that easy, guys. So you have to be very clearly think about your models and procedures and plans, and you have to stick to them. You have to stick to them. Okay, let me also mark that on this high we have right here. We have buy side liquidity. Let me just make it of different color so you can see that. That's big bold line right there. That's the pre-market buy side. That's the pre-market buy side liquidity, pre-market buy side. And right below down here we have these smooth lows. If they come down around the 9:30 time and take them out around these standard -2 and negative 2.5, in between that will be a pretty smooth area take your longs from. But I am not suggesting you to click button in your real account. Do this with your paper trading. Keep that in mind. I am not a registered financial advisor. I am not here to tell you or give you buy or sell signals. I'm just here to observe and read the price with my perspective, which is my personal opinion. And I'm not a registered financial advisor to give you trade advice. So never trade my opinions with life funds. Okay, I don't tell you to do that. And this right down, down here we have the pre-market sell side. That's the pre-market sell side liquidity right there. Now it is pretty interesting to watch how we open at 9:30, and now it's very much important for me to check the Friday's settlement price. So around the 4:15, want to know the closing price, which is around 25.39. Currently we are trading below that. Okay, currently we are trading below that, so we will gonna gap down lower on the indexes on the regular trading hours if you are trading the futures, because we don't have that kind of facility in the CFD market. But still you can use that price and that logic inside these markets as well, because logic is still the same. Logic never changes. But now the interesting thing to watch out for is that the bodies of the candle stay near the negative 1.5 standard deviation. This candle right here act as the bearish order block, and when the price is lower, take out pre-market sell side, and then whatever it wants to do, it can do. It will gonna do whatever it's want to do. I'm just here to get in sync, get in tune with the marketplace. I'm not here to fight the marketplace. I'm not here to force my will on the marketplace. If I see some signatures where I see that market is trying to do something and there is a shake of hand between smart money and retail, hint hint, there's a hint right there. Handshake of retail and smart money is what is stop run. That is what stop run is. Okay, US 30 is doing lone little things. It might straightly blast at opening on the upside, and dollar is bullish, moving higher. So pretty interesting to watch how we open around that time. But let me also refer to the higher time frames once. Let me just remove all these drawings. These drawings might confuse you a bit. So on hourly, we have taken out these people out. We have taken out this high coming down, which is good. Take this low out, that is also good. Can come down inside right here. Last unclosed candle series of the inversion. That's the SMT right there. Okay, let's see now what we can do today. I'm just looking to make 10 points a day, guys. I'm not trying to do more. I'm using the low hanging fruit objective. I'm just looking to make 50 points in a week total. And by just doing that, I know I will be making millions one day. I know that. But I will never gonna show you my trade results. I'm not obliged to do that. And also I'm not registered. That is also the thing. So now a push lower at 9:30 first. Okay. Let's see if we can take some kind of resistance inside this area, inside this inefficiency, which is buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Its role is to send the prices higher, but once it got breached, now it should act as the inversion. It should reverse its role and try to send the prices lower. So we have marked out pre-market sell side, pre-market buy side, and at 9:30, if we can pump lower, take out people out, and trick and trap and manipulate retailers thinking that it is going to move lower and lower, and then we see some these kinds of move with some inefficiencies, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiencies below the first presentation of today. It got breaked, and then we can, you know the drill, what it is. If you know, you know. So let's see if we can break down at 9:30. That will be a good thing for us. Let's see. 5 more minutes. So let me just take a small walk. I will be back. Trying to switch on my terminal. Okay, look at that. That inefficiency right there. Trying to send the prices lower. Told you we can find some kind of resistance there. Let's see. Okay. This inefficiency right here is acting as the inversion, sending the prices lower, which is good, which is what we wanted. We want them to pump it lower once more. And also we have this 830 and 830's opening prices right there. And just above that we have these relative equal highs. So this is possible inside the opening range. But for it has to move lower and take out these lows out. And if we can move around that -2 and 2.5 area, that will be a good thing. But let's see. What we have to do is just observe. Just observe. Just observe. Don't get emotional. Just observe. That's it. Easy peasy, guys. Yes, that is good. We have taken out pre-market sell side right there. No, we did not. What's the low here? The low here is 921, and now we have taken out that before the 930. Good. Good. We have reached negative standard deviation 2 before the 930 itself. See? And I'm looking for this 4-hour candle. We have came inside the 4-hour buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, and the order block. The opening price for this is 24845. Okay, 24845. Opening price of the order block, and the high of it is 98. It's 902.4 negative standard deviation 2. Currently we have trading around 906, 9010. The low it created here was 910. Let's see if we can do today. But I am not in a rush. I'm not at all in a rush. I'm patiently waiting for it to do whatever it wants to do. Check out. Just one more minute and let's see, we have touched this right there. Let's see if we can completely break on the upside at 930 only. No, they are moving it lower. They're bumping it lower. That is good. We opened at, what's the opening price? 908. But should came inside that. Moving lower currently. But let's see how this 1 minute candle closes. See if we can switch it higher. Just completely break that candle on the upside. Just like that. Break it on the upside. It should trade above the 930 opening price. That's what I'm looking for to do. It should try to trade above that. But let's see. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can break that 930 opening price. And this right here, that's the 930 opening. Because a push higher taking out these highs at least is what I'm expecting to do. It needs to break the high and close above than this candle. Just like that. Keep marching higher. Break the highs. Coming down to move higher. Told you guys that coming down to move higher. Right there. Side there. Moving in a pretty smooth way. Told you this. Now I'm looking for it to break this high 9. See if we can do that. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see, I'm expecting this 4-hour candle to expand higher and take out at least these people out. Okay, these are pretty smooth. Okay, these are pretty smooth. Told you that. Can move higher. We are moving higher. Simple. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Break that high and try to take out these people out. These are pretty smooth, but don't want them to just look lower from there. I'm getting the trade right there. I exited the trade. Okay, I exited the trade right there, but it is moving higher. Fine. I booked around 80 points. That's it. How much I made, how much I lost, it's none of your business. I'm done for the day. I am done for the day. I'm not going to push any buttons now. I'm going to close my trading terminal and walk away. That's it. I'm done for the day. I'm not here to push and push and push and push. Not me, baby. I'm done for the day because I know what I will do to myself because I know myself well. Okay? These highs are possible. Told you it is moving higher. Just like that. Just like that. Break these highs out right there. And I told you I don't need my target to be profitable. This is my target, and still I'm profitable if they did not take them out, but that is not the case now. They will gonna take them out, that's for sure. But is there any if there is anything like that, then I don't need my targets to be profitable. So do you don't need your target to be profitable. Just like that, breaking the highs. Told you in advance, predicted this. In the opening range they will gonna break this. I don't want you to believe me. Just go back and listen to what I said. Just like that, to the fucking tick. Okay? And please, 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 please look at this right here. What's this price? Negative 2 standard deviation. 24867.2. Okay? Clearly visible. Look at the low of this candle, 930 candle. What's the low? 866.3. That's pretty much close. That's pretty much close. Just like that. Bitch, just like that. And now you can calculate all these points. I don't need the full daily range to be profitable, guys. But I can do that. But it will take time. And I am completely fine with it. I'm not in a rush to make it happen fast because I know the more I will rush, the more it will fuck me up. Just like that. Bum bum bum. Bullish prices was on the way. I told you. I fucking told you. You can't deny it. I proved it. Proved it live in front of you guys. Prediction, anticipation, straight move up. Just fucking like that. Because I told you we were in extreme discount. I told you. But still there is no algorithm. So go and fuck yourself. But I'm not here to say. Okay, I'm not here to say that what you're doing is shit. Because if you can do that, just predict this. How beautiful it is moving. Just look at that. Just fucking like that. Just fucking like. And this, I'm not bragging. I'm not fucking bragging. We are now trading above this week Sunday's opening price. I'm not bragging. These are facts. These are fucking facts. I proved it live in front of you. Now, no fucking one on this earth can say a word. Okay? Now they can't say shit. How they will gonna say I'm doing this live again and again and again and again? How they will gonna argue this now? Tell me. How you will fucking gonna argue this? This was not told beforehand, anticipated, predicted. I'm not trying to be animated, guys. I'm just trying to be anticipatory. I'm trying to predict. We are fucking predicting the future. Trading has to do all the things about predicting the future. It is not about just moving, just seeing the left side of the chart. You have to know where it's going to move on the upside or on the downside. But I am content with enough. I am fucking done for the day. No more button pushing. I have to exercise discipline. I have to follow my model. And my model, when I follow it, it gives me the fucking meat. That's it, guys. That's it. Ha ha ha. It feels good, no? When you predict the fucking future, baby. We go beyond time and space. We travel. We time travel, guys. I am fucking. I'm just laughing at those motherfuckers. Those who told me that there's no algorithm. Oh, you can't do this. Whatever the fuck you do, you're gonna fail. I'm just fucking laughing on their mouth. You can go and fuck yourselves. There, on this channel, in my life, there is no place for fucking any negativity. No negative people are allowed in my life and this. It is keep on spooling higher prices. Chalo, that's it, guys. That's it. I'm completely done for the day. Told you these are the pretty smooth areas beforehand. And go and check that. Told you these areas are pretty much possible. And now we are going towards the main pool of liquidity, which is right here. Sorry, which is right here. 25,114. That's the price right there. Pretty smooth move. Pretty smooth move. Just on bumping it higher and higher and higher and higher. Why? What was the reason for this move? Why the fuck I was anticipating this kind of move on the upside and it happened? Why? What's the reason behind it? Tell me. You fucking odd trader, tell me that. It's pretty simple. Simple logic. We were trading below the midnight opening price. We were trading below the Sunday opening price. We came around the 2 standard deviation of this opening range. And 2.52. We touched just, that was just a 1 tick or so. A 1 half point or so difference was there. Right there. To the fucking tick. These are algorithmic signatures in price action which repeats again and again and again and again and again. Every day, every week, and it won't fucking stop. That's what my mentor told me. And I fucking worked for it. Okay? So that's it, guys. I have satisfied my ego by just shouting out that, but that's fine. I'm done for the day. I did not catch this whole move. I'm not here to tell you that I booked when price came inside this inefficiency, but I bought below the 930 opening price. So you are better judge to judge whatever I made and whatever the fuck I did. That was it. And until next time, be safe, guys.